order to be a masculine man, you're checking yourself first before even dealing with a woman or any woman or different woman at a time, maybe one after another, however you like it. When we think of leadership, don't just think about, oh, I have to provide and I have to bring security to her. Because even when you can provide those things, even when you can show up and have her feel secured, she still might not be ready to be a good woman to you. She might not be able to earn you and play her position properly. So this is where you will be challenged to get out of your frame. This is so important also because you're not there to create a woman to learn how to be in her femininity. If she can't be in her femininity, you still have to be in your masculinity. So bottom line is that you have to practice and get so structured in your own life. As you deal with multiple women, and this is also why experience matters as far as approaching, as far as learning how to just talk, learning how to keep a conversation going, learning how to have good sense, having good sense of humor, having a knowledgeable mind, having intellectual conversations, etc. So this is all important, just back to the facts of you're building yourself up. And I want y'all to look at it like this. When a woman's deciding if she wants to be with you, or let's say if a woman's deciding if she wants to get back around you, or even like you leaving an imprint in her life, all this process is going to look like her looking at you and basically, in a sense, checking off all the areas that you check off. So can you carry yourself as a masculine man, or is there some feminine traits in you? And remember, and I'll explain this more in another video, but remember that you can still show your emotions, or you can still be open, and she could look at it as like, oh, he's being more on the feminine side, but it's not a big deal in the sense of you could show feminine traits. You just have to be at least more in your masculinity, in the sense of try to aim for 75%, 80%, and you're free. There's some guys that are masculine, some guys are either aggressively masculine too, dominantly masculine, or the not so positive one, toxic masculinity. Again, these are different topics to kind of just get your brain thinking, to try to get you to kind of like understand who you are. And y'all know I do a lot of like part twos anyways, and like bring these videos back. So I'm just popping in things to kind of start something else for another video. So remember those things, because she's trying to see what areas are you tapped in. And a lot of women get tired of the guy that can never be emotionally available. Again, there's ways that you have to go about it, and it depends on the type of woman that you're dealing with. But remember, a woman can be leading or become very ambitious and very courageous, and she could be operating in her masculinity, but she's obviously a woman, so she's supposed to be more feminine than masculine. And if she's not all the way fully there with her femininity, you might see more masculine traits. So I'm just comparing it between you and a woman. You might be more in your femininity when you're vulnerable or emotional, have an emotional roller coaster all the time, or even like crying around her. Certain stuff can definitely put you more on a certain side that you might not want to be in. But hey, here's another thing, which I'll explain in a second, that's very important. But if you still haven't given the video a big thumbs up, please go ahead and do so. Question of the day is, do you feel like you're in your masculinity fully? Maybe you might feel like you're in your femininity sometimes, or when you get around her, because she tries to get a rise out of you, then you have to open up, then you get emotional, or you just basically get really, really soft, that sorts of stuff. So are you in your masculinity, or do you feel like with your masculinity, it could be like 60-70% of the time, or 90% of the time? And just to add on to that question, do you feel like she easily takes you out of your masculinity, or a woman in general? I've spoken to a lot of you fellas during consultations, and I've heard y'all say that she tried to take you out of your frame, but you remain in your frame. And I've also heard that she took you out of your frame, but you've learned from that. Like, you're not going to have that happen again. You're going to remain stoic, or you're going to dismiss her, become dismissive, or remove yourself from that environment before anything doesn't turn into your favor. So comment your answers down below. Comment your stories. I help you the best I can. Other fellas do too. And of course, per usual, Make sure you do drop other topics that you want, or simply part 2. Check out my website if you want to get on the line, talk about your situation, all that good stuff. It could be about anything. It doesn't have to be relationship or an exact situation. It could be the next step to become more masculine in general, or what you should include and incorporate in your life in order to become that guy that women admire, or that you simply love because of who you've created yourself to be. And lastly, Patreon, YouTube membership, all exclusive. You can catch up on it. And if you do definitely want to go ahead and see what else is to come, because I really customize it. I answer you guys' one-on-one questions and we get into details, group conversations, all that stuff. So check it out. See the behind the scenes. See so much more on there that will only be on there. Links are all down below. Now let's go back into what I just wanted to explain to y'all, as far as if, let's say, you're in your masculinity and you feel like you're getting challenged, you also have to run back to your weakest area. So this will look like, let's say you might be easily triggered, or you have anger issues and you have feelings for her. So she's going to be someone that gets to getting into your head easier. Change this by going ahead and not letting that be the case. The way you end up doing this is by showing to her, hey, like, not right now is a good time to talk. If you're really fully done with her, you also have to show less emotions, and that's where she's going to try to get more out of you. And this is where you start seeing women become vulnerable or cave in and show their true emotions or wanting you, which again is another topic. So in the meantime, just focus on the areas you lack in to be your masculine self, and focus on that, work on it, and everything else should follow. I hope this video helped you in some way. Y'all got this. Take care. I love y'all, and bye, y'all. Talk to you very soon.
So you have going on. It could be about anything, self-improvement, back to dating. Consultations are available for that. Book your consultation. Let's get on the line and talk about what's going on with you. Click that link after this video.
Sleep affirmations so you could become that powerful man, and it is recorded in my voice, and I give you the strongest affirmations to overall become that man and subconsciously become powerful. So let's get into these books. Get attract women you want and get her to miss you, along with secrets to winning her over, and it tells you about cold approaching. It tells you my personal stories, and if you're trying to up your game in the dating game, these books are going to be perfect for that, and you could get it all in a bundle deal. Make sure you click the link down below. Self-improving in the process. This is so serious. This is why I have a whole no contact guide and journal available. Y'all could go ahead and purchase it. If you need somewhere to start off, then you need all the breakdowns, all the insight, the information, and I have structure in there, help you, prompts, things that will tell you you got this, but it'll give you also reasons why, and I have stories in there that tells you why no contact has worked for people, all types of stuff. It's so detailed, y'all. That's how much information I made sure to put in there. Step up no contact, or if you need somewhere to start and you need something to help you, this is like me guiding you as you go through no contact. That's how I customized it for y'all. So you can check that out by clicking the link down below. See what you could do with no contact, how far you could do it. Just learn everything, have the guidance, and accountability partner. Although I'm not actually there, you'll feel that sense from this journal and guide.